Good day, ladies. It's so good to be here again. I am super excited to be doing this with you again. And today is going to be a lot of fun. You know how unreciprocated feelings can be like? I mean, you're trying to show how much you like someone, how much you care about someone, and they're just acting like you do not exist. I think I have an idea of how funny, how dramatic that can be. It's not a good place to be. It's honestly not a good place to be. And you know, it's just very draining. It's emotionally draining. Yeah, so if you're just joining, can you type your name and where you're being from in the comment section? Type your name and where you're being from in the comment section. Thank you so much. You're welcome once again. So today we're going to be talking about stay in control. How to stay in control, how to navigate your feelings, how to stay in control, how to navigate your feelings, how to navigate unreciprocated feelings. You suddenly discover that you're liking this brother and he's just not looking your way, he's just acting like you do not exist. There is a way out. There is a way out. Yes, so I'm talking about a few things. But before I delve into it, you remember the scripture that talks about um how that a man shall leave his father and mother and will cleave unto his own wife. That shows that it is the duty of a man to live to cleave. One. Secondly, the Bible also says that he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. So we all know, and I want us to agree that it is the duty of a man to do the searching. It's the duty of a man to do the finding. It is the duty of a woman to do the positioning. You're expected to position yourself as an amazing woman. You're expected to position yourself as a queen that you are. So it is not your duty to find a man, like search for a man, hunt for a man, or go talk to a man. I've heard this question for the longest time possible. Oh, you like him, let him sleep away, walk up to him. Let me tell you what happened. There is a natural psychological wiring for men to always want to do the chasing. There is a psychological wiring for men to always want to do the finding. And the fact that they did the finding is what will keep them going. If you go after a guy, express your feelings to him, you are most likely going to keep up, you're most likely going to sustain that relationship to the end. And here is why. There's a story of a mother hen and then a chick. The mother hen hatches the chick. If you notice, the mother hen lays on the chick, lays on them until they are matured enough to come out. So she hatches the chick, more like break it a little, then it is left to the chick inside the shell to use its beak to break the shell. The chick is expected to use the beak to break the shell. And when once it has successfully broken the shell, the chick can then come out. Do you understand? There was someone that saw the chick and then decided to help the chick come out. Oh, the chick is struggling with coming out since the mother hen only broke the chick a little, broke the shell a little. Let me help this chick come out completely. And the person went on to cheek, break the shell rather, and then help the chick come out. By the time the chick was out, it didn't spend up to 10 days before he died. And here's why. The the requirement for the chick to survive in the world, to hunt for food, protect itself against prey, to just defend itself from a lot of things, it is dependent on that that ability to break out by itself. The strength the chicks gathered while trying to break out by itself, it was sustain it in real life. That's the same way it happens for a man. If you help a man to find you, okay, no, that's not the right word. If you help a man to express himself to you, express his feelings to you by you went ahead to express your feelings to him instead of him coming to express his feelings to you, you weaken his ego, you weaken his strength, you altered his wiring. And that is why it will be a little difficult for him to for him to what's the word now, for him to cater for your emotional roller coaster. You know how dramatic you can be as ladies, you know how baby she can be some other time, those things are not very pleasing to a man. But the fact that he did the chasing keeps him going. I'm just trying to break it down to the simplest thing. It's just very simple. There's a wiring for men to chase. There's a feeling of I got it. Men are competitive. Men are, they like to put their strength to work. Men like to put their ego to work. So it's just a natural wiring. And if you do that, If you go to express your feelings to a man, instead of waiting for him to come and express his feelings to you, you weaken his ego, you weaken his strength, you weaken that masculinity in his head, and then it will be very hard for him to cater for your emotional roller coaster. You like quality time. And for a man that you propose to, you are most likely going to fund that sustained relationship. It is 85% out of 100% relationship that survive with the proper care that um lady requires, or lady needs. Lady needs. Do you get? If you propose to a guy, you don't allow him to come propose to you, you are most likely going to fund the relationship emotionally, everything ly. Do you understand? Because men are wired to do the chasing. It is very psychological. I've been in relationships, and I know that there's times that I just want to be a baby. I just want to, I just want to get I just want to get into your busy schedules. I just want to do something. The fact that you know how much you did, you know what you did, you know how stressful it was for you to get my consent to be in a relationship with you. You're not going to treat me lightly. It's just very, very normal. Do you understand? It's just like you saved up to buy an iPhone 14, and you're not just going to drop it anyhow. You know how much it costs you. I remember when I saw a tweet on social media that said that I had an accident today, and then immediately I fell down. I fell from the bus. I had a crash. I was just praying to God that let it be my leg and not my phone. I can imagine how much that person have saved to purchase that phone. It's actually not funny. So what keeps a guy catering for you? What keep the relationship solid and make you happy is allowing a guy to do the chasing. Yes, so how to navigate unreciprocated feelings, how to go about how you feel you're liking this guy, his skills, everything you want in him. It's looking like kids, maybe not everything you want in a man. It's looking like kids, or there's something about him where you're just falling in love with him and he's not reciprocating, he's not really looking at your side, he's not really feeling the same way. I've got practical tips on how to go about it. Don't go stalking a man. Don't go stalking a man. Yes, don't. It is the poorest thing to do. See, you're going to fund that relationship. I counsel ladies, and I counsel ladies, and I can tell you for free. If you go after a guy to express yourself, you're going to fund the relationship. He may love you genuinely, he may care about you, but allow, if you see the fact that you were the one that came as a man, like you left his manly position. The Bible said that he should find, but you came to find him. You were in search. You came to express yourself first. You're going to most likely fund relationship. It is 80 out of 100. Yes, so I'm going to give you practical tips on how to navigate your feelings if they are unreciprocated. The first thing is acknowledge and validate your feelings. You're not the first person to feel that way. I think I have liked a guy before, but maybe not to date him, but I just liked him. I'm just to share that in another tip, but I just like the guy, and I mean, just very normal to see a guy and just appreciate him, and then somehow feelings start to erupt, and start to feel mushy mushy, tingy tingy feeling. So just know that your feelings are normal, your feelings are validated. Remind yourself that it's normal to feel those kind of emotions. And they don't have control over you. They don't have control over you. You can control them. And that's why we are having this session. You can control them, you can control them. You try to suppress them or try to make feel like it doesn't exist. It's not, this particular guy I liked at the time. I didn't have his contact. I went on a group that I knew that okay, we are both on this group. We should be on this group. I went to search for his name with his profile pictures. It was very, very funny and dramatic. But I went to search. That's how emotions can be. Don't try to suppress it. Just acknowledge that you have this emotion. Try to think about, okay, how am I feeling about this guy? To thinking about it, breaking it down, analyzing it will help you not to feel so overwhelmed. Do you understand? So accept that, acknowledge your feelings and validate them. You are just a normal human being in love with another person or crushing on another person, and it's not supposed to break you. Okay, so that's the first tip. Acknowledge your feelings and believe that it is normal. So second one I have here is identify the root cause of your attraction. This particular guy that I liked at the time, I think I was in 100 level while I was just coming to school. I liked him because he was tall, he was dark and handsome. This is not because it's the social media thing. I just naturally have a natural intention attraction to tall guys. Do you understand? So I like you tall. You now dress well. So this guy dressed so well. He has a very good body carriage. Like everything I like in a man. I like when someone have a good body carriage. You walk with confidence and poise, and then you're just dark and handsome. He was not very put together. He was not quiet. Don't and it was just, oh my god, this is the kind of guy I like. So I was just all over, tripping all over, crushing on him silently and all. So I had to analyze the fact that okay, these are the things I liked about him, and just identify those things. Know why you are drawn to this person. Know why you're drawn to this person. Is it because of their kindness? Is it because of their compassion? Is it because they is it because of anything, whatever? And sometimes it could be because of what you are lacking. Some person crush start crushing on someone else because of the thing they don't have. Like someone can be in love with a guy or start developing feelings for a guy because he has money. Sometimes it could be because he's more intelligent. It could be anything. And one of the things tips to cure this is when you've analyzed it and you have seen that okay, this is why I think I'm attracted to this person. It could be his dress sense, how he talks, it could be his body carriage, it could be his kindness, it could be his strength and confidence. Just analyze that okay, this is what is drawing me, attracting me to this person. And then start to develop that thing in yourself. I remember there was this guy I liked because he sings well. And I started building my own voice too. And to the glory of God, I'm trying, I'm not that bad. Do you understand? So analyze those things that is attracting you to that person and say that start developing it in yourself. Start focusing on your personal development. Do you understand? Do not try to force your way into the life of a man. Sometimes it's as a result of low self-esteem, sometimes as a result of your idleness, sometimes as a result of you not having so much to do. Like you're just idle, you're not doing there's nothing much going on in your life. You're not doing a lot of things for yourself. There's a way that you focus on yourself that you'll be almost not noticeable, I'll be unnoticeable, whatever. You'll be definitely noticeable. There's a way you focus on your growth, develop, invest in yourself. I mean, I go to church and I easily catch some persons staring at me like stealing class, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? Do you understand? So just focus on you, focus on your self development, focus on your growth. Analyze those things that is making you attracted to this person and work on your own personal self. If you are just joining, kindly type your name and where you're reading from in the comment section. Yes, so I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. Adegbite Adiola, thank you so much for joining. Yes, so the first one I said you should acknowledge your feelings and validate them. Your feelings are normal. And the second one I said that you should identify the cause of the attraction and start building those things in your own self. Building those things in your own self, building, investing in your own personal growth. You're going to attract way more than that person you are tripping and falling for. Remember, you do not smuggle your way into the life of a man. Omlade Akimbowale, it's so good to have you here. You're watching from Shagam. I'm so glad to see you. Thank you for joining. Yes, so another thing is reframe your perspective. Move from why do they feel the same to what can I learn from the experience? What can you learn from the experience? Why am I feeling like this toward this person? Why? Teach yourself patience and love. Teach yourself. Sometimes some persons are falling in love. Some persons are tripping for another person because they need validation. I know of ladies that they honestly do not need relationship. They just want to be in a relationship because they want to be babied, because they feel lonely. Sometimes even because they do not have money. Sometimes because everybody is posting on social media. Sometimes God, am I your stepdaughter? A lot of things that it has eaten deep into our world that once a lady is already 2021, she's already feeling like she's already praying actively for a husband. I don't understand what's happening to my generation. Honestly, I do not know. Like, focus on you. There's so much time. Well, maybe there's not so much time, but relationships shouldn't be something that you are all about. Like, I mean, there is life outside relationship. It will definitely come. Honestly, the funniest part is this relationship thing. It will come when you least expect. One, and when you have developed so much in yourself, the kind of person you're going to attract when you invest so much in your personal growth will shock you. Honestly, will shock you. You have no idea. You have no idea. Olayinka Olayemisi from Egbeda, Lagos. Thank you so much for joining. It's so good to have you here. So you'll be surprised. You'll be shocked at the kind of man you're going to attract if you invest in yourself, invest in knowledge. I was counseling someone today and was talking about I have low self-esteem, I have stage fright, and I asked him a simple question: how much do you read? How often do you read? And instead of Victoria, reading is not for everybody. I don't really like to read. Reading. Nobody likes to read. For the many times I read, I want to sleep. Honestly, I don't feel like reading. I don't always feel like reading. I said I don't feel like reading. I don't ever want to read, but I have to. Well, you are, the sooner you realize that you are in charge of your life, you are in charge of your growth, the better for you. The sooner you realize that your partner is an embodiment of your self development, the kind of guy that you want to attract. How have you tried becoming that kind of person you want to attract? We focus on, oh, is it my spec? Is not my spec. You yourself, are you your spec? You focus on what is this person offer me? What are you going to offer me in the relationship? What are you going to offer in the relationship? Do you understand? So um reframe your perspective, thinking about why am I actually falling in love. Like there's a lot to me. There's I am beautiful, I am amazing. Why should I be falling in love with someone that doesn't see me, that doesn't really care about my existence, that only come around me when they are bored? Do you understand? So analyzing this thing, reframing your perspective is going to teach you love and patience. Honestly, it's going to teach you love and patience. And another thing I would like to tell you is to set emotional boundaries. You're already falling in love with this person, you're already liking this person. It is very, very key to set emotional boundaries, because the chances that they you want to be around them is very high. And when you try to be around them, they might want to take advantage of you subconsciously, because oh, there's this girl that is always throwing herself around. See, I told you that it is like Bible said that it is the glory of God to conceal a sin, something like that. It is the glory of a wise man to uncover it. That's the point, is that it is it is the glory of a relationship, or it is the success of a relationship for a man to come to actually do the talking. Like they should don't throw yourself around the guy. That's just what I'm trying to say. Hi, beloved Udo from Ojo Lagos. It's nice seeing you. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, so set emotional boundaries. Don't Some guys that you are chatting with now, they're just testing you because they're bored. Honestly, they do not actually like you. They're just like there was a particular guy that I just want to delve into a lot of things. Some guys just test you because they're bored. And if you now seize the opportunity, you're acting like the jobless one. It's not going to help. It's not going to help. Give yourself some class. Give yourself some class. And if you know that you're already falling in love with this person, you're already liking this person, limit situations or interactions that feel the feeling. Maybe there's a way they do, maybe there's a way they touch you, maybe there's a way they talk to you, maybe they're just paying a lot of attention to you and they don't want anything. They're not expressing themselves and you're there falling in love, and then even discarding or pushing away other girls that are coming around. Do you understand? It's not going to be good enough. So just limit interactions. If they're always texting you, make them start delaying their message. See, Lawrence Royal made a video and he said that if you're already talking every day, you're already in a relationship, don't allow somebody to canopy you. Set boundaries. And if you know that you already fall in love with this person because of this particular thing they keep doing all of the time, it's not going to help you. I remember there was a guy I was talking to at the time. We were always chatting, we were always texting. What he will ask me what I heard. It will make me wake him up in the morning to go to work. And before you know it, and I discovered that he had a relationship. Like he was talking to a girl, and I was so hot. I felt so betrayed. I felt so bad that I had to call him. That why did you do that to me? That's very, very wrong. Do you understand? So and it made me to realize that okay, we are not even having any relationship. We're not in a relationship. What exactly is wrong with me? Do you understand? And it was because I did not. I had to start from then. From that time, I had to start setting boundaries. I stopped talking to him as much as I used to. As I had to just come back to my senses. That, okay, I'm crushing on this person. And the person is not reciprocating my feelings because I already gave them access too much. And this particular conversation, regular communication, is what is fueling these particular emotions. And I have to cut it. So if you have to break it, sometimes you don't actually love this person that you think that they are falling head over heels over. Do you get? Sometimes just because they're around. See, that was when some of my teenage girls ask me, ah, Steph, do you have a crush on this guy? See, this guy that I seen, I don't tell them that this guy you have a crush on. So, try not to see for 2 weeks. That feelings will die. Honestly, that feelings will die. Sometimes you need distance to gain clarity to actually understand that did I really like this person or there's just something about them. There was a particular guy I told you earlier that I was falling in love with. Maybe I was crushing on something like that. And then he sings so well. And whenever I hear his voice, oh my god. Whenever I was on a level at the time, but whenever I go for holiday, I completely forget about him until I resume again. Do you get? So sometimes you're not actually really, really in love. So I'm just giving you practical tips to help you analyze if you are actually in love with this person, and then help you navigate this unreciprocated feeling, because it can be honestly draining. It can be really, really draining. It can be really, really draining. So if you have to mute their posts, mute their status, stop seeing them, stop going to the spots where you can see them, it's going to really, really help you. It's going to really, really help you. So the next thing I want to say is that engage in activities that build your confidence. Honestly, a lot of ladies are all about relationship. They just want to be in a relationship by force, by fire, because they're not confident enough in themselves. Like you don't want to be seen with a man to feel like an elegant, excuse me, to feel like an elegant man, to feel like I don't understand. You want to be seen around a man. You don't have to. So it's a sign. The fact that you are you are too particular about going into a relationship, is a sign that there's something you need to work on. There's something you need to work on. Everything make you sad, and you are just, especially when you are still below 25, you are sad. You are thinking, even if you are above 25. I mean, the right man will come and you do your positioning right, and you stay prayed up. You stay prayed up. Men are not hard to find. Men are not scarce, like people say. Men are not scarce. It's ladies that are not doing their positioning right. Men are not scarce, and it's possible to find your man. It's possible for your man to find you. Do you understand? Yes. So engage in activities that build your confidence. Sometimes there was a lady that I was. She said, oh, she wanted to go into a relationship because of money, and I have to tell her that when you are broke, you don't need a man. You need a job. I'm not saying you cannot go into a relationship when you are broke, but let it not be because of the money. Let me tell you what happens when you go into a relationship with a man because of something that you can get. If he doesn't, especially if it is money, if he does not have that money, you all of a sudden begin to. But by the time you enter that relationship because of the money, and most likely you get married to him, by the time you have that money, he has spoiled. You probably open a supermarket for you, and you have that money very well. You begin to find him not attractive. You begin to find him unattractive to you, and it's not going to help you. You see this post that I see on social media that people say that, oh, let me cry in my Bugatti, let me cry in my Benz. You don't want to cry in your Benz. You don't even want to cry in a sport car. You don't know. You don't know what it tears is. When I see some ladies say some things, I just feel like it's like people don't know what marriage is. I mean, the number of years you spent single you spent single is little compared to the number of years you spent married. Let's say I'm going to get married at 25. I'm most likely stay in the marriage for about 60, 70 years. Just see how many years I spent in my marriage now. I spent about 70 years in my marriage, and I spent about 25 years as a single lady. Do you get it? The number of years we spent married is more, it's greater than the number of years we spent single. Don't joke with it. You cannot be going to relationship, going to marriage because of money, because of material things. Honestly, the chances that you find him unattractive when you have those things that you got into a relationship for is very, very high. If you're going to a relationship because you are lonely, because you are bored, you're going to get into that relationship, and that man will not make you any better because he has other things that he's focusing on. You will not always get into. So you have to be complete by yourself. You have to focus on yourself. Build yourself. Build you. I am in a relationship. When I am not talking to my man, I'm doing a lot of things for myself. I mean, I'm talking to you guys now. I'm not texting a man. You have to have a life outside your relationship. Do you understand? Yes, so that is it. Engage in activities that build your confidence. That even when you're liking a guy and it's not reciprocating the feelings, you naturally feel like, oh, I am what more? I am a lot. I am beautiful. I am amazing. I am attractive. I deserve love. I do not deserve honest, unreciprocated feelings. I cannot be loving someone that is not loving me back. No, I am a lot. Do you understand? So focus on things that build your confidence. And I'm going to say it, radiant ladies read a lot. Don't one of those ladies that used to say that, oh, I don't like reading. If you don't like reading, fine. Get audiobook. If you don't like audiobooks, download videos on YouTube. Work on your growth. See the kind of man that would you would attract when you invest so much in your growth is will wow you honestly. Knowledge naturally repels mediocrity. I'm very sure that if you work on yourself, if you invest in your personal growth, you're most likely going to attract even mediocre man. But there is a way they suddenly start to feel, they suddenly, you suddenly start to repel them. Oh, what's the right word? They suddenly start to feel like they're not enough around you. It's very normal. It's not like you're forcing them or you're trying to like push something. You're just being yourself because you have invested in yourself so much. You are a lot. So they just suddenly start to feel like, I don't think I can marry this girl. This girl, she's not gonna feel. They just start to feel it repels mediocrity. Knowledge repels mediocrity. Your self development repels mediocrity. And I'll say it again: your partner is an embodiment of your self development. The level to which you develop yourself will determine who you are going to attract. And if you attract the wrong person, the person will most likely not stay because of how much you have invested in yourself. So engage in activities that build your confidence. And the next thing I would like to say, if find yourself falling in love with someone that is not reciprocating the feeling, confide in a friend or a mentor. I have people around me that talk to me, oh, Joy, I'm in love with this person, is not reciprocating. We talk about it, we trash it out. I help them feel better, of course. Confide in somebody and talk to them about it. Don't die in silence. So I know that some ladies would most likely have taken sniper because a guy they are falling in love with is not looking at themselves. Something is wrong with you. Like, who is he? he's fine, he's cute, he has money, he's intelligent, he's handsome, and so what? And what more than unreciprocated feelings? I am worthy of love, healthy one at that. Do you understand? You attract what you think you are. Who you are is who you attract. Do you get? Yes. So another thing is to pray and seek guidance. So I want to share a personal story. Pray and seek guidance. There was a particular time I saw that okay, there's this guy that I was seeing my age that seeing that this guy is going to myself and this guy are going to be a thing. And then I went to pray about it and God spoke to me. And that was it. So pray and seek guidance. If you're sometimes your feelings are valid. Sometimes it could be that oh, there's something about this person that you're getting attracted to. There's something about this friend that you're getting attracted to. Pray and ask God to reveal it. And if he is your partner, tell God to. I have prayed that prayer. See God, if you are sure that this person is the person, allow him to notice this one. I don't feel go propose to a man. Do you get? So pray and seek guidance. Honestly, it works like fire. Pray and seek guidance. If you find it hard to hear God, start studying the word, start staying with God, trust your instinct, and then confide in trusted people. And yes, another tip that I like to give people that they don't like to pray so much, even though it is very wrong, it should be a praying woman, as that will is a rocky foundation for everything you become in life. But then I'm going to give you a quick tip. If you know that if you want to hear God, if you want God to intervene in any situation, pray to God and tell him that God, just do something about it. Tell God to do, if it's not the right one, God, just do something. Tell God to just do something about it. Just do something about it. It's definitely going to do something about it. It's definitely going to do something about it. And then if you feel like, oh God, probably you're talking to me and I'm not hearing, can you just find another way? Talk to God like your father. Express yourself. Express yourself to him. Yeah. So pray and seek guidance is going to help you and save you from the emotional roller coaster and then beating yourself up. The next thing I have here is create a vision for your ideal relationship. Sometimes that particular guy you're head over is for cannot even feature in the picture of your vision. I'll say it again. Sometimes the guy you are falling head over is for cannot feature in the picture of your future. It's because there was a guy I was liking sometimes. Well, that guy actually like came to ask me out, right? But I was already like, thinking of I'm going to get married to him. The guy was a Muslim. I think he was even doing Yahoo at the time. It's a lot, yeah. So because I didn't have my ideal relationship and marriage. I didn't even picture what I want my kid's father to be like. Like, can this man father my children? Like, what are you going to tell my children you're doing? How are you going to teach them moral values? How are you going to teach them scriptures? How are we going to pray when there is spiritual warfare? Do you understand? But I was although he speaks so well, it was so romantic, it was very handsome, like at least to my taste. Beauty is in that of the beholder. I did not know what I wanted my future to be like. So I was like, oh, this guy is good. Let's go with him. And after some time, I just had to intentionally, tearfully, forcefully break out of the relationship. You know what? My future is better. My future is more beautiful. My kids are not a joke to me. I can't do life with a Muslim that does not even know God. And his ways are not even pure. Do you understand? So write down your ideal relationship, the kind of father you want for your children. Remember that your kids are an upgraded version of you. Your kids are an upgraded version of you. I hope you know that. Of your partner, rather. Your kids will be an upgraded version of their father. So when you understand that you are not just getting married to a man, you're not just going to relationship with someone, you're going to relationship with the father of your kids. You want to entrust your kids into the hands of a person that cannot completely cater for them and help them bet their realities in life and in God. Do you get that? Yes. So create an ideal pattern, ideal for your relationship, and yes, learn to say no to false hope. I said this earlier. Don't want somebody to be using you to play. They always text you when they are bored, and you are the love monger. You are not loved at home. You jump on. I'm sorry that if that was rude. I'm so sorry. I'm saying that with deep respect. So he just texts you randomly out of the blues, and then you're all over texting. How are you? You're texting every second, every nanosecond. Like there's nothing about you. Girls code. Leave him to maybe don't leave him like let me balance that. Maybe he texted you, he get texted you, oh, how are you, how you doing? You can respond, okay, I'm okay. Like you don't have to be all over, I'm okay. You, what about you? Have you eaten? Have you gone out? What's up with you? What's like don't it's not mature to actually leave a guy hanging. Like people used to say, "Oh, format girl, you know this somebody message in your DM pending like that." No, it's not ideal. But you don't have to foster that conversation. Like you're not typing like there's nothing more about your life. Like you are you're waiting for him or your life to text you. Don't allow someone just waste your time. Sometimes the other person texts you when they are bored. When they are bored. You are not an object of entertainment. Not an object of entertainment. So learn to say no to first. Oh, somebody is trying to. Some people are just trying to use it to cash cruise. Some people they just want you for the fun of it. And I shared a post recently on my wall that if a guy just compliments your physical outlook, oh, Victoria, you're beautiful and you're amazing. Your dress, your outfit, your elegance, your never talk about how I think, my intelligence, never talk about my kindness, never talk about the things that make me me. Talk about my ministry, talk about the things I love to do, my business. You're not only talking about my physical attraction, my physical appearance. It's a sign that you don't love, you don't care about me, you only care about my body. And it's funny how ladies going to see these red flags. Do you understand? So pay attention and learn to say no to false hope. When a guy is trying to lead you on, like I said earlier, if a guy is texting you every day and you're responding per chat every day, you're already in a relationship. And if you have to clear it, clear it. Talk to the guy respectfully. That okay, I don't understand what is going on. We're always texting each other. I don't think I'm cool with it. And don't allow anybody to canopy you. Like they say, don't allow anybody to cover you from your potential spouse. Do you understand? So learn to say no to false hope. Don't just play along like you are an object of I don't know. But then learn to be emotionally intelligent too. Don't catch feelings for every guy that is playing with you. Don't catch feelings for every guy that is texting you. You are not, I don't know, you're not a bat. You're not a bat. Yeah, what more? Focus on you, stay prayed up. So before I wrap up, let me just run through these things. Number one, acknowledge and validate your feelings. Your feelings are valid. Number two, look out for why you are getting attracted to this person. If you need to invest that thing that is making that person attractive to you, work on it in your own self. So probably you feel like, this guy dresses so well, he can help me to dress better. Start learning how to dress better elsewhere. This guy is so confident, he speaks well. Start learning how to speak well. Just become that thing that you feel like is probably lacking in you that he has. Start focusing on it. Another thing is to reframe your perspective. Learn from what that experience. Why don't they feel the same about me? Learn from it. Teach yourself patience and love. Love yourself so much that you don't settle for reciprocated feelings. Do you understand? So teach yourself patience and love. Another thing is to set emotional boundaries. If you have to cut ties with them with sense, do that. If you have to move their status, you have to stop seeing them all of the time for you to heal, do that. Another thing is that engage in activities that build you. Your personal growth is something that you should not treat for anything. Don't be that lazy woman. I know you want a man that can push you, but start pushing yourself small small. I know that probably why you're falling in love for that brother is because he's visionary, he has a vision. Start working on something. Like start working on something. Just learn something. Invest, do something. Step out. You are still praying for your purpose. You're not doing anything. How will you actualize that purpose? How will you fulfill that purpose? Step out and start doing something. I started by talking to people randomly. Before later, I started doing I think daily dose. Love daily dose. I'll talk about love every day. Do like one post on love. And before you know, I started talking to teenagers. Later, I started talking to ladies. By the time I'm married, I'll talk to married people. And later I'll talk about parenting. Like those are the things I love to talk about. Do you understand? So yes, engage in activities that build your confidence. Another thing is confide in a trusted friend or mentor. Don't die in secrecy. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. You can talk to me about it too. I do not mind. Talk about it. Another thing is pray and seek guidance. Ladies, don't negotiate prayer. Don't. Please, I beg you, don't play with prayer. Don't play with prayer. Whether you're a pagan, any religion that you're from, make sure you communicate to God. But then I know a God who answers prayer. His name is Yahweh. Yes, so pray and seek guidance from God. Let him know that how you are feeling. It cannot take that feelings away really, but it will help you to it will help you to get better, honestly. God will not just take that feelings away. Don't get delusionalize yourself. It will just help you to navigate it and yeah, tell you if this person is your right partner and then you can also pray that God, if he's the right one, let him notice me too. I have prayed this prayer and it has worked. Trust me. Yes, another thing is create a vision for your ideal relationship. If you don't know what you want, you manage what you get. Some people are in stupid relationships now because they don't even know what they want. So any man that comes, they just take him like make no be like say make you no come be only me wey no dey relationship. I don't get as beautiful as you are, as As beautiful as you are, come on, dear, come on, come on. Yes, so create a vision for your kind of relationship. Does it align with your future vision? Do you like this person to be the father of your kids? And yes, the last thing is learn to say no to false hope. Don't always jump around. A guy texted you, can we see, can we meet up? And you're already like, you don't even say, I want to think about it. Like, I just jump in. Like, you are not loved at home. Yes. And the last thing I'm going to say, okay, for the last, I'm going to tell you that don't smuggle yourself into the life of a man. It doesn't end well. You cripple a man's ego, masculinity, and you even alter the word of God when you go jumping into the life of a man. Statistically, this kind of relationship doesn't last. And if it does, it is the lady that's going to bear the burden in the relationship. You will sustain and retain the relationship. And lastly, you are worthy of love. Don't 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 settle for unreciprocated feelings. Managing your emotions is your superpower. If you think the relations emotions are already overwhelming, pay attention to these things that I have shared, and also create something else you're focusing on. Create something else you're focusing on. And I pray that the Lord will grant you the strength and the courage to push through these feelings in the name of Jesus. And I pray that for as many that are trusting God for a spouse, the right spouse will find the name of Jesus. If you love in a way you have never thought, imagine in the name of Jesus. If will love you like Jesus loves you in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Lainka. Thank you, Udo. Thank you, Omolade. Thank you, Adiola, and others. Thank you so much for joining. See you next Sunday. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you so much. Bye.